as you write, my journalistic mission was inspired by an overwhelming sense of hostility toward the tech industry. After all, it had stolen my livelihood and left me with nothing but memes to eat. It had kidnapped my friends and sent me a email ransom note called Facebook, where everyone insisted that everything was going great, that they were being treated well, that the food was always excellent. But I knew better. Big tech trampled over every enjoyable experience in the world. It wouldn't stop until everything felt like the same damn thing, staring at a screen. My entrepreneurial mission, meanwhile, required me to outwardly embrace what I privately abhorred. It was an impossible situation of my own design. Over time, the contradictions wore me down until I lay broken in a fetal ball on a sagging mattress in a decrepit Airbnb surrounded by empty beer bottles and small, sad keepsakes of the life I'd left behind. Is that what you think Silicon Valley and the Silicon Valley way is prepared to do to everybody, to do to all of culture, that we will be left confused and broken by a system that rewards and destroys?
I think that, the best case scenario is like that old Pixar movie WALL-E, where
that's the best case scenario. Jesus.
No, I mean that's a little grim. I mean, you read one of the most grim parts of the whole introduction, and I'm glad that you put that image of me in the heads of all your listeners. But yeah, I mean, where is the sort of vibrant, healthy person that's emerged after a tour in the trenches of internet culture? I mean, show me this person that has emerged whole and healthy and happier, or at least happier than they were before, and then we can talk about the upside. I haven't met this person. Everyone I know who's on social media or even online banking, I mean, is just frustrated. At a minimum, frustrated. So, I'm just old enough to remember before the cell phone ubiquitous connection era, and there were things I miss. I miss a lot. I miss serendipity and unplanned days and undistracted moments. And I think that even if you're someone who is managed to maintain in the face of this gig economy, a comfortable middle class lifestyle. I mean, one, I would say, beware, they're coming for you too, and two, I would say, reflect on the things that you used to do and the ways that we used to relate, and I think, I don't want to sound like some kind of a traditionalist conservative or something. I'm not, but some of those things were better. I think that we really need to get a handle on these companies quickly, because there needs to be democratic control over technologies that are this powerful and have this much of an effect on society. Nobody got to vote on whether we'd have iPhones everywhere, but maybe we should. Maybe we should be able to vote on that.
So what does it say to you then about the state of U.S. politics, or specifically the state of the Democratic Party, or even reveal to you historically about the Obama administration when you hear Obama and the like praising the Silicon Valley way, what you see as a false hope, as the future that will save us all? What does that tell you about the state of politics when we think that the Silicon Valley way is going to save us all, when you see as it possibly destroying us all?
Well, the Democratic Party, I would say, is primarily responsible for empowering Silicon Valley, going back to the 90s when Clinton and Gore basically wrote the laws that regulate the internet, or don't regulate the internet, would be a better way to put it. All the way through the Obama administration, he was very close with Silicon Valley, drew many members of his White House from there. Google's Eric Schmidt was a frequent White House visitor, and he was even involved in strategy. Maybe that's part of the reason that the Democrats failed to see Trump coming in that wave. Because they were dazzled. They were dazzled by money. I mean, I guess I maybe this says something about the stock I give to politicians, but I mean, I don't find it surprising that they were co-opted by Silicon Valley. I mean, they had a lot of money, and Democrats especially are used to. They love California, rich Californians. I mean, it's like. They love Hollywood, Silicon Valley. They have this image of a progressive businessman. They talk about conscious capitalism and giving back, and it's, they seem much nicer than the Wall Street people, right? But that's just how they relate. It's a cultural screen. I mean, they're really the same under the skin. So I would say that it it reflects what we already know about our politics, which is that they are completely dominated by money, and that you will never see a really democratic initiative from small d democratic initiative from the tech industry. It's simply not in their interest, and I would be very wary of anything that they were promoting through the Democratic Party or any other political conduit.